In the hellish shadow of Nazi-occupied Warsaw during World War II, when humanity seemed to collapse under the weight of fear and hatred, a young Polish woman with no weapon, no army, and no fame made a choice that would define her forever. Her name was Irena Sendler, and while the world outside watched in silence or paralyzed by fear, she stepped forward into the very heart of danger, not to fight with bullets, but to fight for the lives of children. The Warsaw Ghetto was a prison of death. Thousands of Jewish families were starved, abused, and left to perish behind its brick walls. Among them, the most vulnerable were the children, frightened, hungry, forgotten. Irena couldn't ignore their cries. Working under the guise of a nurse with a special permit to enter the ghetto, she smuggled in food, medicine, and smuggled out life, one child at a time, sometimes hidden in toolboxes, sometimes carried in burlap sacks. She hid babies inside ambulances. She taught toddlers to stay silent as she wheeled them past Nazi guards. Every mission meant risking not only her own life, but the lives of those who helped her. But her bravery didn't end at escape. Irena did something few would even think to do. She preserved the true names and family records of every child she saved. She wrote them carefully in tiny print, on slips of paper, and sealed them in glass jars, then buried those jars beneath an apple tree in a neighbor's yard. She didn't want these children to be lost to history. She wanted them to go home one day to remember who they were. Over the course of the war, Irena Sendler rescued over 2,500 children, risking death with every act of mercy. And when the Gestapo finally caught her, tortured her, broke her legs, and sentenced her to die, she still told them nothing. No names, no addresses, no betrayals. And in the last moment just before her execution, friends within the resistance bribed a guard and snuck her out. Her name disappeared from Nazi records and she lived, but in hiding, scarred and nearly forgotten. For decades after the war, few knew her name. There were no parades, no medals, no books or interviews. She returned to a quiet life as a nurse and teacher. But the children she saved, they never forgot. Many never saw their birth parents again. But they spoke of the angel who came in white, the woman who had nothing but gave everything. Irena Sendler wasn't just a war hero. She was a light in the darkest night, a testament to the idea that even in the face of monstrous cruelty, one person with compassion, cunning, and courage can rewrite the fate of hundreds. She didn't carry a gun. She carried hope, and in doing so, she became one of World War II's greatest yet quietest heroes. If stories like this move you, if you believe in honoring real heroes, not just the famous ones, please subscribe to Good Old Days. Every video is a tribute to courage, sacrifice, and the forgotten moments that still shape our world. Subscribe for more Good Old Days.